The road of treasure is free, and what's more, the farmer has lost a bit of his tractor, of his brand new tractor. And it's the size of a whiskey glass, and it's a metal of some kind. And he would like me to find it very, 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 very much indeed. I won't find it, of course, because there's a whole blooming big field, and what's the chances of me finding a lump in the middle of 25 acres? But I shall look, and it's right on the road of treasure. So what could be better? Another day, another denier. Off we go to a field which is right by a big road. I found one Roman on it. Just one, nothing else. I'm going back there to see if I can make it two. Well, this is the first find of the day, and I think we know what it is. Yep, that is a penknife. Well, I think in the bag that goes, because I don't think there's anything on it. This is either a ring or a button, or a coin. And that side says a coin, although there's nothing to be seen on it. And the other side says it's a button. It's a button. Tiny little button. In the pocket it goes. Well, that looks like a bit of a coin to me. It looks too thin to be Roman. So I'm guessing it's a denier, but it could be something else. It's very small though. In the pocket, and we'll find out later. Well, 2 paces on and we're into another coin, so a little bit of a hot patch going on here. See that? There you go. So 2 coins and a button. It's another one of those tiny little mites. Another denier, I should think. It's very small. It's also very thin. And the thin means denier. Nothing on it to be seen. It's only going to be silver that shows up any detail in this sort of soil. Or perhaps bronze, but not copper. But it's a huge signal, and I'm guessing it's a bit of tin can, but rather than open it up and find out it's something very special, I thought I would crack it open with you. No, it's a crumpled up bit of rubbish, I think. Yeah, pie tray or something like that, I don't know. I'll open it up off camera, and if it's a wonderful Roman plate, I'll get back to you. Oh, this terrain is really difficult because it's soft. It's like walking in very soft sand. Very, very hard on me anyway. But over there is a nice looking log, so I'm going to sit on that for half an hour and get my breath back. That's a bag seal. And the nice farmer over there said I could go in the field. He said, whatever it means, he says, normally. He said, can I go in the field? Normally. Which I take it means yes, as it's not abnormally. So here I am. Found nothing, but at least I now know not to go, oh, it's full of treasure and I can't go on it. But anyway, we soldier on and see if we can find some more. Well, that's a tiny little bits of nothing, but as I've been getting absolutely zero, I'm going to sweep around this area, see if there's anything else that's a little bit more significant. Well, I think I've got a bit of a Roman bit. It's only a fragment, but it's very lumpy, it's very Roman-y, which is fat and chunky, and that is fat and chunky. So I'm guessing that's Roman. A Roman what? I have no idea. Bit of a buckle? I don't know. Well, it's pretty sparse, this field, but there's a thimble for our effort. Not a very old one. I mean, probably 1900. You can see because the holes are so close together and it's so regularly made, and it's been squished by the plough. Well, I think that's a bit of a spinandle. I could be wrong. I'm going to put it in my pocket because now I put it on the video, you're going to want to see it in close up, aren't you? Well, you might not, because I might not be bothered to photograph it because it's just a lump. It's a pizza. I mean, it could be part of a fibula. No, don't think so. Well, I can tick that field off now after 10 years. Now I know there's nothing in it. Nothing at all but a thimble. Plenty of iron, plenty of big iron actually, but no non-ferrous at all. Rah! Anyway, I'm back on my log. The guy in the tractor got out, the one who said I could go on the field, and said, "You don't sit there, I might be throwing bits and bobs at you. Oh, it's dangerous." So I said, "Oh, okay, I'll go on your field then." And he went, "Yeah, sure." Anyway, so good news, but his field has rien in it. Rien à bleu. So anyway, I'm going to stumble down this difficult field. It's going to take me about half an hour, maybe more. See if I can find some more of those little coins. And that'll be my lot. So, thank you very much for watching. Please subscribe and like. See you again soon. Bye now. Now, I'm actually wondering whether that isn't part of a Roman fibula. Because the maize field, I must have had 30 Roman artifacts out of that, mainly coins. And the reason I wanted to get in there was because I expected there to be a Roman road that continued on, but there's nothing there at all, apart from this bit of really old bronze. And it's definitely old, and it definitely looks Roman. And when you look at it from this angle, it definitely looks like the top of a fibula without the spring. Now, of course, you might say, well, that's just a corner of a brooch, but that part isn't. And that's not snapped off, it's meant to be that shape, which is back to the land of the fibula. Just a thought, if you think you know, post below. Well, we all know what that is, boys and girls, don't we? That is a spindle well. For hand spinning. Goes along with the thimbles that you find. Something for sewing and something for spinning thread. Well, I apologise if you get wind noise, because there's a gale blowing by my ears, but I have got muffles on this particular camera, so it shouldn't be too bad, but you never know until you know. Well, I don't know for sure, but I'm guessing that's a thimble. We'll find out when we get the dirt out of it. It might not have a top. The top might be gone. Anyway, we'll see you later. Well, that was 3 hours. 1 hour on rough terrain. 2 hours on, nice terrain actually. So that should have worked off my lunch, which ain't much too much. But 3 hours walking like that, that's 800-900 calories. It's a reasonably big lunch. So if I don't eat too much dinner, I should be well under my 1600 target, which I think actually should be quite a bit lower than that if I'm actually going to lose any weight, because I'm eating 1600 and I'm not losing anything. I'm not putting on, but I'm not losing. So I think I need to go down to 1200 because I'm old and my metabolism's slow, like those tortoises that live to 200. So I just have to eat less. Anyway, we shall see how it goes. Quite blowy out here, which is fortunate because it's really hot. But first find of the day, a little brass nail head, which has been mounted on something. I mean, piece of wood maybe, who knows. And that's where the nail was. Well, another 50 feet on, and there's the little brother of the other little stud. Well, over there you can see a black patch, and I know a particular treasure hunter goes crazy for these because he reckons that's where you find hoards, or is highly likely or less unlikely to find a hoard where there's a black smudge in the field, because that's where there's been a fire. But I also think there was a forge here. I thought it was there, but actually it could be there, I guess. So I'm going to go over there and give it a hammering and see if we find a big pot of treasure. Because the idea is the house burnt down, maybe there was a war, so everybody left, and when the troops came in they just burnt everything down. And obviously if they buried their hoard in the bottom of their house, in the equivalent of the corner, or if they had one a cellar, but basically in the earth floor, buried it, they may not have come back, or if they had come back, couldn't find the house or couldn't find the hoard. Anyway, let's go have a look. There's an old bit of ironworks. See, I think this was a forge. Oh, a rare butterfly just went past. Anyway, that's nice. That's not new. Here's another one of them studs. And when I put this one in my pocket, it's going to stab me in the leg. And that's quite a long way away from the last two. So maybe this was a house. Maybe this was just a big bonfire where lots of furniture was burnt, because that's what often happened to it. Deus picks up some tiny things. Pinpointer couldn't pinpoint it, but I got it in the end. This is my, I don't believe this face. It's not an amazing thing, but it's a bit amazing. But not for a good reason, but not for a bad reason. It's just plain amazing. I got another one of those studs. That's all I found. Stud, 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 stud. I am stud. Anyway, have a look. Stud Finder General. Amazing. Well, maybe the studs belong to Mr. Durdur, because I just found one of his cartridges. Ah, yes, Mr. Durdur. Same signal as Dark Ages gold, would you believe it? Thought I had something good there for a minute, but I'm pretty sure that is a modern rivet from jeans or something like that. Oh, rain clouds coming this way. Anyway, I've got a thing in my hand. I've no idea what it is, apart from it's copper or bronze. It looks very ancient, but I have no idea what it is. Have a look. There it is. It's like a fork on a blob. A fork on a blob. I don't know. I have no idea what that is. In the pocket it goes. It's old, it's cool, it's mysterious. Old, cool and mysterious? It must be Chill Bill! So right by that copper blob is this surface find, which is a denier. If I can get the blooming thing out. Oh, there we go. It was a rubbish signal. It was 61. Might even be the bottom of a shotgun cartridge. Probably not. Yeah, it's a denier. You can see like a little bit of an edge there. Yeah, anyway, in the pocket with that one. 61. Ugh, hardly a signal at all. Well, that is a bit of a coppery thing poking out there. And that's what the detector was getting. Another little mite. A little denier. Yay, a denier. All scrunched up and all eroded away. But in the pocket it goes. And if I'm not mistaken, that's a very old electrical wire, because you used to insulate electrical wires back in the very beginning with lead, because lead doesn't conduct electricity, and it didn't have plastic, so they insulated the wires with lead. I think that's what that is. Well, there's a yellow rock down there, and I thought it was a bit of gold. I went to check it when the detector went bleep bleep. I thought, ha ha ha, gold! But no, it's a coin underneath the yellow rock, and that's what we're going to get now. This was the yellow rock, and that is the coin. Thinking that's a double turn wire. It's got a reasonable patina on it. It might actually have some details with it, but maybe not. Anyway, we like them. In the pocket it goes. Well, that, I reckon, is a knife blade. Can't be that old. Anyway, I'm going to put it in the bag, just so I don't have to find it again. Now, this could be a really good thing. And if it wasn't 3 hours into this hunt, and me at the end of my tether, I could show you my excited face. But, it could be a heavily cut, nice coin, or could just be a slab of copper. Or bronze, even. We'll see. It's in my hand, it's on the surface, made a nice signal, and I'm running up the side of the river on the basis that maybe that's been dug out a few times and it maybe have some contents from way back. So far, nothing but this. Let's have a look at it. So there it is. And, well, you know, big old coins get cut and nibbled away at, and that's what I'm hoping that is, but it isn't. I don't think it is. No, they might have had a rivet there. So I don't know what it is. Oh, it's like 2 rivets and a thing, a hooky thing maybe. I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to put it in the pocket just in case it's not rubbish. This was probably the coin I was trying to dig up when the French police called me over and asked me whether I had my papers, which I did. And they said, "Oh, where do you live?" I said, "Well, over there, that's less than a kilometre." "Oh, what are you doing?" I said, "Well, exercising." Oh, this doesn't count as exercise." Well, it's a good job I don't speak French, because I would have explained it to them at length. But anyway, 18 months later, we got it back. That's a bit of red seal. Getting tired now, and therefore things get harder to find. Even when you found them, you can't find them. Anyway, this is a big old signal this gave off, and it's a bit of rubbish, I should think. Well, it looks like it might be a badge. No. Bit of copper that was screwed onto something, because that's not screwed onto it anymore. Well, that is a double turn wire. Don't rub the double turn wire. It might have some detail on that, but not a lot. You know what they look like, don't you? By now, if you're a regular, there'd be 2 or 3 fleur-de-lis on one side and then a rough head of the king on the other. And you can probably just about see the king on that one. Oh yeah, it's all just dust. Clean it in anyway, and it's gone. Barely there as it is. Anyway, that's the king. Louis the 14th, Louis the 13th, Louis the blah blah. And that's the other side. Now, what if this is the bit that the farmers lost? I wonder. I bet you it's not. But if it is, see, about the size of a whiskey glass, yeah, ish. Anyway, you don't know till you know. In the pocket, in the bag it goes, and we'll give it to him tomorrow. Bell seal. Well, about 300 yards back to the shiny shovel, and that'll be my lot. Whew, 3.5 hours so far. That's very good for me. Very, very good indeed. Now, I really hope this is the missing part, because I'd be very much in the farmer's good books if it is. He's likely to go, "Oh no, that's not it. No, that's not it at all. That doesn't look like a whiskey glass, does it? No, I don't think so, no." And it's a little bit rusty, but not too rusty. Maybe, you know, a month in damp soil will do that to it. You don't know till you know. Well, thank you very much for watching. Please subscribe and like. More coming up in a week or two. Bye now. Well, this is why I come here. This is my excited face, I think I got a really good one. Oh yes, it's copper, mind you. Could be silver, very low grade. But it's 40 foot from the castle wall. Oh yeah. So let's have a look. That is a truly ancient and lovely coin.